Good morning, everyone. So, in this video, we are going to cover the Hindu newspaper of 25th of June. Apart from that, I have added few articles from Indian Express as well. Okay, so first is related to ceasefire between Iran and Israel. Now, understand in this context, two important developments are there. One is the name of operation or the name of the military operation which was launched by USA, and that was Operation Midnight Hammer. So this is one important term. Second is in a retaliation, Iran also launched Bashar al-Fatah operation. So basically, this was in retaliation, and that's how they targeted the airbase in Qatar. Why this airbase in Qatar was targeted? Because it is the airbase of USA in Qatar, Al Udeid Airbase. Next is related to Shaktipeeth Expressway. Now understand this expressway is going to connect Nagpur to Goa. Why it was in news? Because recently Maharashtra government has approved it. What is the problem with it? Problem is that farmers are protesting. Why farmers are protesting? Reason is land will be acquired for this project and this land will be acquired from the farmers. So farmers are not willing to give their land. That's why there is a protest. So that is why this entire issue was in news. It is going to connect Wardha to Sindhu Durg district. Now understand two three things. This is Nagpur, and basically this is Wardha district. So it will start from this point and then it will connect to Goa. Just a second. It will connect to Goa. This is Sindhu Durg. So just remember these two three important things. Next is related to the meeting of Zonal Council. See, Zonal Council are set up as per the provisions of State Reorganization Act of 1956. There are different zonal council: east, west, north, south, central, and then there is northeast zonal council, which is set up as per the provisions of a separate act. So just remember this thing, that a northeast zonal council is not as per State Reorganization Act. There is a state separate northeast zonal council act. Okay. Now, recently, this zonal council or central zonal council meeting was organized, and it was chaired by the Union Home Minister. Union Home Minister is the chairperson of zonal council meetings. Okay. Now, in this meeting, basically, Union Home Minister highlighted the issue of lack of financial resources at lower level, that is at third tier level, and that's why this news article is there. That find ways of increasing revenue of panchayat. So Amit Shah urges CMs. Being a home minister, basically he chaired the council or the central zonal council meeting. Which states are part of the central zonal council? These are the states like Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh. Zonal council are set up as per the State Reorganization Act of 1956. Next is related to two important books. So these two books are authored by the Goa governor, Mr. P.S. Pillai. The name of the books is, one is Democracy Unchained. That's first book. Second is Shah Commission. Now understand, the Shah Commission was set up after the emergency of 1975 to investigate the issue. Next is related to International Olympic Committee. So this was in news because Christy Covenantry became the new president of IOC and she recently took over. That's why this article was in news. Now, she is from Zimbabwe and she is the first African and first woman to be the head of this IOC. What is IOC? International Olympic Committee. Next is related to the linkage between Godavari and Kaveri river. So basically the water will be transferred from the surplus region to the deficit region. This is the linkage. First have a look at the location. So this is Godavari river and this is, sorry, Godavari and Krishna river. By mistake I had mentioned Kaveri. Godavari and Krishna river. So this is going to connect Godavari and Krishna river. This is basically referred as Polavaram and Panka Kerala project. Now understand, Because of this, there is a conflict between the two states, that is Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So now the water will be transferred from Godavari river. The problem is that Telangana says that this should not happen because it will lead to lack of water in case of Telangana. So that's why there is a conflict between these two states. Next is related to Viras Swami judgment. Now understand the issue. Cash was found at the residence of High Court judge. However, no FIR was registered. Why no FIR was registered? Because as per the Viras Swami judgment, prior approval from Chief Justice of India is required. Okay, so in-house inquiry was set up, inquiry committee was set up. Now this article is based on the reference that various members of parliament have raised this question, that why no action was taken against that particular judge. So this basically reflect the lack of transparency. So in this context, you need to remember two, three things. A, Viraswamy judgment basically says that prior CGI approval is required or prior sanction is required to take action against the judges of High Court and Supreme Court. That's the first thing. And that is why there was demand from various members of parliament that this judgment of Viraswamy case need to be reviewed. Next is related to global SDG ranking. Now, first thing first, what is SDG? Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 such goals and 169 targets are there. The goal is to achieve them by 2030. At global level, there is index which is released by SDSN, Sustainable Development Solution Network. At national level, there is another index, SDG India Index. So this is India specific. This is released by Niti Aayog. So recently this global index was released and for the first time India is on 99th position. That means for the first time India is below 100. That's why it is quite important. So for the first time India has entered in the list of top 100 countries. Our score is 67 and the ranking is 99th. Now out of top 20 country, top 19 countries are from Europe and Finland and Sweden. These are the top performers. As far as India is concerned, our score is 67, ranking is 99th. One more thing, as per India specific index basically means within India, how much is how good is our performance. Oh, that is being released by Niti Aayog, and as per that, our score is 71. National score is 71. In that case, states like Kerala and Uttarakhand are the top performing states with a score of 79, and states like Bihar and Jharkhand are the poor performers. In fact, Bihar is a worst performer and it is on bottom position with a score of 57. Okay, as per global index, our ranking is 99th. Score is 67. You need to remember these scores because sometimes they directly ask the question. Now, as per this global index, if other countries or our neighbors are concerned, Bangladesh is on 114th position, Pakistan is on 140th position, Sri Lanka on 93rd, and China on 49th position. Next is related to NVIA initiative. So, what is this NVIA? NVIA basically refers to nurturing aspirations through vocational training for young adolescent girls. In a very simple sense, it is an initiative to nurture the adolescent girls so that they can start up their own business. So we are providing them a vocational training. Recently, this was in news because it was launched in the Sonbhadra of Uttar Pradesh. Next is related to the decision of the government. So in 2026, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is going to conduct the first ever household income survey. Household income survey basically means how much is the income. Why this data was not collected earlier? See, in case of India, majority of the population work in informal sector. Informal sector basically means they do not have fixed monthly income. That's why income calculation is quite difficult. Next is related to the wildfire in case of Chios Island. Chios or Chios, however you want to pronounce it. So this is the geographical location. This is Turkey, this is Greece, and this is the geographical location of this island. Now, recently, Prime Minister visited this particular country. Answer in comment section. What is the name of this country? Next is related to the Vera C. Rubin Observatory. This is in Chile. Why this observatory was in use? It was in use because of discovery of various asteroids. What are asteroids? Asteroids are nothing but the big stones in the space. So just remember the name of the observatory, and this is in Chile. And last news is related to DPIP. What is DPIP? It is Digital Payment Intelligence Platform. So recently, RBI has decided to collaborate with banks to set up this DPIP. What is DPIP? Digital Payment Intelligence Platform. In a very simple sense, it is going to detect the fraud. So it will try to reduce the fraud. For this, RBI will take the data from the banks and will try to identify the frauds in digital payments. So these were the important current affairs. Thank you.